Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to 140... Nope, sorry, 138. So close. I've Let's Play The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, where we are currently so close to finishing off Skellige. Let's look at this beautiful map. Oh, it's just beautiful. It is truly fucking beautiful when it has nearly nothing, like nearly everything grayed out. That, ladies and gentlemen, is pure satisfaction when everything's grayed out. But anyway, in the last part, we collected loads of the stuff, but I mostly just talked about my experiences at, medieval, royal exhibits around the UK, such as, castles, the Merry Rose, HMS Warrior, HMS Victory, which are all stationed in the Portsmouth Historical Dockyard. I actually looked it up because I wanted to see what the Merry Rose looked like today. Because the last time I saw it, it was on its side being sprayed with apparently water. I thought it was a like a wax mix of water and another water and wax to try and basically make it so that when it stood up, which it was done over countless years, I believe it was done. It was slowly but surely done over years to get the basically to make it so it could stand on its back. Sorry, stand back up on its keel. So it can, function like a normal, or not function like a normal ship, but so at least you could see it like it was a normal ship. Which it is now stood up on its keel, as it should be. But what the fuck was I saying? Yeah, so I wanted to see what it looked like, so I looked up the name as well. But it looks looking really good actually now. It's got designations and shit telling you which part is where and all that cool stuff. Which to me, it's so interesting, so interesting. Then again, I guess because I've been and seen it in person before, of course it'd be a little bit more interesting to me. And why do I feel like that's? It says it's down. I'm just gonna keep going up here and see if this gets any fruit. But yeah, so it was really fucking, obviously just spent about 5-10 minutes looking at, oh fuck. Gonna need to quickly drop metric shit ton of stuff.
Damn, you're ugly.
Right, I was really worried that I was gonna fucking fall there, so. You fell right into me, which makes my life way easier. But yeah, so that's what we were talking about in the last part, which was I actually pretty enjoyed going down memory lane. I'm not a person who really reminisces much. I don't talk about the past near at all. I don't really talk about, stuff I did, stuff like that. It's not really me. I mean, I'm not a sharer in that sense. Like a lot of YouTubers pretty much make all of their content through sharing stories and, story time YouTubers and shit like that. The story time YouTubers I don't really consider the same vein of, sharing a experience like going to a museum. I don't really think story time YouTubers would get many clicks out of that, It's not really like, oh shit, my best friend just fucked my boyfriend. What are you gonna do? Life shit, all that crap. Jesus Christ, seriously, people watching that crap need a fucking life. Go to a museum, you'll probably have more fucking fun than listen to some random bitch on YouTube yep, my boyfriend just cheated on me. Oh, fucking hell, that's crap. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I get real snarky when I'm fucking starving, which, at the moment, I'm fucking starving, so I'm a bit snarky. Because, well, who wouldn't be? So have to listen to that fucking shite. I don't know why I take the piss out of Storytime YouTube so much. I don't think I've ever fucking watched any of that shit. I think maybe once I've watched something purely related to memes. If someone made a meme out of it, that was it. I think that's the closest I've got to ever watching anything revolving, even close to a Storytime YouTuber. Because they are fucking shit. I think it's more of a like a how can someone be paid so much to tell really fucking shit stories about the fact that their boyfriend cheating on them? It's like, how is that content? It's just, I don't understand. Then again, I guess I could be considered of the like the what's it called school?
Lost your nerve?
Like the what's it called school of YouTubers when it comes to actually having content, not drama or shite. But yeah, let's move over this topic because I don't really want to insult. Like some YouTubers I do like are in do the drama part of YouTube. It's like I don't really give a jack shit about, you know, doing drama of YouTube. Like, you know, if you want to talk about crap that happens in your life, fucking do it. Like, just don't make it out to be something it's fucking not, though, which is this extremely riveting, like, crap. Like, yeah, shit happens to all of us. Just move on. And I am continuing to talk about something I said I wasn't going to talk about. Yep, this is pretty much how it's going to be. This is pretty much how I operate. So, you're welcome. Okay, I said I might be able to get this. I was definitely going to get this done in this part. See, now I'm upset at myself because, you know, it's not fucking working out as quickly as it's meant to. Just gonna fucking spam that triangle button. There you go. I will be back for you. Where on fucking God's green earth is? Oh, there it is. Fuck you, game. I literally walked past it. But yeah, so no, let's ignore the shitty fucking like crap I was on about, the, you know, YouTuber wise. But there, you know, I mean, one thing, like a lot of my favorite YouTubers do talk about, like when they're especially playing RPGs, they talk about like in the you know, big long ass like the times where, you know, there's nothing, there's no content, but when there's no when it's like you're doing like a travel phase or something like that, they typically start talking about, you know, stuff they've done or stuff they've experienced or anything closely relating to the topic. And I think I got on this. I think I got on my. Oh shit! I think I got on this really long topic simply because I was just differentiating between a boat and a ship, and you know that led to the Mary Rose, and then we got all of that fucking journey all the way. But yeah. I mean, that's pretty much how, you know, you do it. You associate something with something else, and then, you know, you just somehow talk about it for like half a fucking hour, well, nearly 40 minutes. But yeah, the one thing, well, I don't know what one thing. There's no one thing, but honestly, like, yeah, I don't understand. I don't know how people have enough stories in one, like, to fill like fucking days and days of content, like. I mean, yeah, I have stories about stuff, but it's not fucking something I'd spare on YouTube. It's like 9 times out of 10, like the quality or the something, like people, like what they consider something that they want should share is so. I don't understand it. And I know it's weird to say that on like a fucking Witcher video when all I'm doing is playing a video game, talking about random unassociated crap currently, because, you know, we're doing something that's not really mission related. It's literally just us gathering resources and stuff like that. It's like, you know, it's pretty much like if I was playing an MMO and I was just grinding, I'd probably just talk about shite. Like it's pretty much the same thing. But like, I don't know how people share their like personal experiences so easily and so readily. I don't. It's not like I don't like. Oh, I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know why it's weird, but it is. It's weird, but it shouldn't be, but it is. So let's just move on. So yeah, Tucson will be Tucson bound next part, which is no matter what, we'll be Tucson bound next part. We will be in Tucson. I will say, Tucson looks so different to the rest of the game. Like Skellige and Velen and White Orchard, for that matter, they all look so dulcet, and like, you know, they're all like very colorless. They've got a very grayscale.
How you like that silver?
Not grayscale, sorry. They've got a very I'm trying to figure the fucking correct word. I'm probably also gonna go grab a different boat quickly, which is probably something that's gonna cause me make me waste a lot of time. But yeah, like these It's easy to say. Basically, just put it this way: like these guys, these places use like very, very dull colors, very like a very dull palette. Toussaint, however, does not. Toussaint looks nothing like the rest of The Witcher, and I mean that in a very much a good way. Fucking way too many of these little shits. Fuck me, I need to get up. Where the fuck the other one is? There it is. There's too many of these buggers. Mostly for an annoyance sake, but yeah, so... Don't know what the fuck I was talking about. My memory has just lapsed. Oh yeah, Toussaint, yeah, it's very different. I think a lot of people's first comments about Toussaint is pretty much the same. It's that is not what I expected. That's pretty much most people's opinion of Toussaint. Color palette wise, it's just not what you expect from Toussaint. It's so different. You expect these motted colors to, you know, then continue to weave into one another, and then you get to Toussaint and it's like, yeah, here's bright colors. Sucks to be you. It's like, it's just weird, man. It's weird. We'll go here. It's a bit further away than where we were, but it'll work. I'm just gonna go basically sink this. Oh shit! Wait, you can get to red and still sail? Fuck me, that's annoying. But yeah, that I do love Toussaint. I cannot wait to get there. It's legitimately some of the quests are a little bit more annoying or a little bit more painful, but they are. It's just such a good thing. And I can't believe we're nearly at 500 over encumbrance. I'm just looking for. I mean, we've got a lot of shit to sell before we can even get close to going to Toussaint, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it when we get to the beautifully gilded city. I think there's only one city. It's been a while. I think it's like one city with a bunch of villages and that around it. Still, it's going to be very, very enjoyable. And I can cut the stories about stuff that I don't know if you guys find interesting or will just turn you off from watching the video. Either way, I can give a shit, if I'm honest. If you don't like it, then you're probably not going to like me anyway, so it's probably a win in that sense. It's a way to easily get rid of people. But, I mean, if you've stuck with me for 138 parts, and that puts you... Sorry, 137 or 138, whichever one of these two. That puts you off, fucking hell. You've got some commitment, and then, you know, you haven't. You've got some commitment, but apparently personal stories ain't your thing, which is understandable. They're not really mine, but everyone has their preferences, and oh, that's a fucking beautiful moon. That is a legit beautiful moon, and I'm legit probably gonna go play Skyrim after this. That's probably what I'm gonna do. See, Skyrim's one of those games. I know this is a bit of a tangent, but because I've been watching quite a few videos about Skyrim and, you know, all the things you could miss and all that cool shit. And there's loads of things that I think hardly any of them I've ever actually noticed. And I played the fuck out of that game. Modded playthroughs, unmodded playthroughs, but there's it's the same with this game. Obviously this game I'm doing my best to make sure there's nothing I've missed. Not because I don't want to play the game again, but just because I like the idea of doing it all. But yeah, there's so many things in that game I didn't even know existed, which I think is just really cool. I don't think that was the point I was making, but I've kind of lost my original train of thought. But yeah, because I've been watching those videos, it's making me want to play them again. I mean, I want to play Oblivion, which I could do, but oh, the graphics fucking kill me, if I'm honest. They are painful to play in these days. Not because, like, I mean, the story's still amazing, but the graphics are jarring. To me, anyway. Like, I don't like the, I like them, but I also don't like the fact that archery on that sucks. Like, Oblivion's archery sucks. Like, I never understood how to fucking use bow and arrow on that game. Like, when I first played it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna use bow, because bows are cool. I mean, bows are my primary in Skyrim. But then again, I think bows are like everyone's primary in Skyrim. But I try to play as like a warrior, bowed warrior. Typically, by the end of the game, I'm just running around with Daedric armor and a fucking Daedric bow, just being a prick. And, you know, sniping people from like way further. Like when they're just in the view, within the viewer distance, like viewer rendering is pretty much when I end up sniping people by the end of the game. But that's neither here nor there. That's just me bragging like a little bitch. But in Oblivion, I never understood the archery mechanic. For the life of me. Even now, and I'm like, when I first played it, like that was fucking hell. Like I was in high school when Skyrim came out. I wasn't even in my last year of high school, I don't believe. I think maybe my last year at a push is when I was in high school. It can't have been any late. No, because I was at Priory. For those of you who don't know, Priory is the school I went to that then merged with another school, which it doesn't really matter. It's just I'm trying to like build the timeline in my head. Like when the fuck did when did ES5 come out? Jesus Christ, it's been fucking years, hasn't it? No way it's been 10 years. I'm gonna sorry, I'm not gonna fucking pause. I'm meant to do that. ES5. That should come with Elder Scrolls. Oh, for fuck's sake, no it didn't. There we go. No, did not help either. Do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. I could be. There we go. 2011. 9 years. Nearly 9 years, ladies and gentlemen. So I was... Fuck, yeah. I would have definitely been in school. Yeah, I would have been in like year 9 or 10. Debatable, which I don't actually know off the top of my head. I know it was one of them for certain. But yeah, fuck, that's so long ago. I can't believe Skyrim came out like... okay, let's leave the helm and let's reattach ourselves to the helm. Fucking sirens! But yeah, like, I remember playing the shit out of that at school. Now, I don't even remember the original 4. Oh yeah, Oblivion, because I played Oblivion way before Elder Scrolls 5 came out. And, admittedly, I was probably way too fucking young to be playing at that point. Not that I actually give a shit what games people play and what age. Like, if their parents will let them play it, fuck it, I don't give a shit. I don't even know who bought me Oblivion. I just remember owning the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Pretty sure I actually convinced my mum to let me have it, which... No, I think my grandma bought me it, actually, which is probably even worse. My grandma did buy me Dragon Age, though. She bought me Dragon Age Origins, which, honestly, that's a pro-grandma move. That's... you want to make your grandson happy? Buy Dragon Age Origins. Not now. Actually, no, buy them Dragon Age Origins now. Fuck it, do it. Great game. But, like, when did Oblivion come out, then? Okay, yeah, so... I was definitely about 12 or 13 when I played Oblivion. Definitely. I think it was just a few years before the Elder Scrolls 5 came out. Oh shit. Like, I can say for certain that, yeah, I was definitely, it was not in 2006 when I played the Elder Scrolls 4. Like, I can say that just for certainty. Because, you know, no way was I that. No way did I play in 2006. I would have literally been 10 years old. Actually, I think I might have just been 10. Still, I know for a fact I didn't play it then because I don't remember it. But the point of the matter is that yeah, the Elder Scrolls 4 was my first one, but I don't know why the fuck I'm talking about Elder Scrolls when I'm playing Witcher. Like, I could easily... I've talked about The Witcher so much, though. It's nice to have, like, a little breathing of, like, with this spare time where we're just searching, it's nice to just talk about different games and, you know, not worry about thinking about The Witcher. But yeah, anyway, back to Elder Scrolls 4. Like, the first thing I ever remember about Elder Scrolls 4 is obviously the amazing intro quest where I thought I could get a full set of Blades armor and I was fucking sorely disappointed. But, I never got very far in the game. All I remember is the Dark Brotherhood, and I remember doing a lot of fun stuff with the Dark Brotherhood. Like, I remember playing the living shit out of the Dark Brotherhood, but I also remember getting my ass handed to me metric fuck tons, and then pretty much giving up because I was just, I wasn't that, it got to the point where I really wasn't having fun because I was shit, and I was trying to use bow and arrow, wasn't working, and I'll admit, nowadays, I'm much better with the sword combat in ES, in the ES games in general, ESO, ES5, ES4. It's a lot easier for me now, but back then I just didn't like it, which is a bit weird. But Elder Scrolls 5 came out, got a bow, and I completed the fuck out of that game. And I know I did it very quickly, because it wasn't my game that I had. I borrowed a friend's from school. I borrowed his game. He basically lent me it for a couple of days, and I think like within 4 or 5 days I finished this main story. Which I think actually killed some of my interest on the game itself in years prior, in years after. Because whenever I went back to it, I always got like about 10 hours in, then I stopped. And it's still the same these days. I get like about 40 hours of pissing about in, and then I'm like, nah, fuck this, I'm bored. Like, but not in the sense of like, okay, I could be doing, I could go do something else. Like, you know, I'll just give it a rest. It's like, nah, I just don't want to play this. I think I'm going to try and rectify that by adding a few, like, only adding a few mods in that add specific, like, story stuff, like, places, like, new quests and stuff like that, because there is, I believe, Beyond Skyrim, I think it's called, like, one of the biggest, like, takes to Cyrodiil and stuff like that. I like how I'm just randomly talking about, like, shit from a different game. Let's focus on this game for a second. I've had enough. My father and brother think I'm nothing. All they do is laugh at me. They're always laughing, saying my face is as fair as a maid's, and I'm only fit for lying in bed with maids, and certainly not a babe battling with men. And one day, one of those cuckold husbands is going to break my neck. True. Never have had much problem securing ladies' affections, but that's not something I asked for. Marie wouldn't let me leave her bedchambers, to be dallied on till her husband, Norhis Ironsides, and his mates came back with their lootings. I jumped into a wardrobe and stayed to listen, though it was uncomfortable as all to get out. They said they'd sunk some great treasure ship by the rocks between Faro and Skellige, and that come morning they intended to go fish it out. Once they'd drunk themselves to sleep, I slipped out of the wardrobe and told Marie we should slit all their throats and get that treasure ourselves and leave this horrible isles, go somewhere better, Kavir or even Novigrad. Marie didn't take long to convince, because her husband was a true whoreson and beat her terribly. So Norhis and his mates are bits in the fish guts by now, and I'm off to find my fortune. Who cares that I'm not too skilled a sailor and storm's coming? I'll be done and gone before it hits. Yeah, looks like that didn't go very well for you there, pal. Like, didn't go well at all. I can't even get in my ship just so I can get close to this, because I'm not messing about. So yeah, but yeah, the Beyond Skyrim mod. If anyone hasn't played Skyrim, or has played Skyrim in that fact, but you haven't played any of the mods and you do have the special edition, download Beyond Skyrim. It's a fucking massive file. But what it adds is beyond worth the amount of content, you know. I just dived way quicker than I expected. Well, sweet. Well, that was easy. Swim up. I was hoping that my button mashing might do the exact same thing that just happened beforehand and just sprint me to the back up, but apparently not. But yeah, if you haven't played it, guys, go fucking grab that mod. It is amazing. Like, I only just got into it before I got to my point of I'm bored with Skyrim, which was my own fault. It was nothing to do with the mod. I have, ever since, like I said, ever since I finished the game when I was a kid, well, when I was like 14, 15, it only kept being out for a couple of weeks, or maybe a month or two by the time I got my hands on it. But it wasn't very long after it, after it came out that I finished it, and it just killed it for me. Then again, I tried to play ESO, and ESO killed itself for me because I don't like the level up system. When you're playing an MMO, ESO should not use their own like their traditional level up system. It doesn't fucking work to me. Like, it just doesn't. Wasn't my thing. But loads of people enjoy ESO, or it wouldn't be getting updates like Elsewhere, Morrowind, and all that cool shit. But I'll be honest though, I do enjoy the story, the amount of story stuff it brings to the like the entirety of ESO in general. There we go. Let's get ourselves over here. There we go. I think that's everything. Oh, there's fucking 3 of them. Of course there is. The one time I was going to be happy with 2, the game's like, here's 3. We love you. It's like, fucking dicks. But yeah, there is actually some cool Witcher mods coming out as well. Well, not coming out, but there are some Witcher mods out there. Cool Witcher mods out there. Now, I'm not a guy who likes cosmetic mods. I don't gel with them. They don't like. Why the fuck would I want that item? Like, if a cool item is not in the game, then fuck it. I don't care. Like this again. I'm in a parallel to Skyrim. There are really cool armor mods in Skyrim, but they are separate armor. Typically, armors that you have to craft or buy, or like they're their own item. They're not just something that's been reskinned to look better. Typically, I don't like the idea of reskinning something to look better. It's like, apart from in the Monster Hunter, there is but that's because there's items like in game specifically to do that. Like there's the layered armor. That's different. But yeah, I don't gel with cosmetic. But there is a brand. Like, I don't know if it's brand new. I'm probably not going with it, or also like the first person who's ever said anything about it. But basically, it's like a brand new texture mod where it basically updates everything to like really super HD. And I've been toying with getting it, but I have mentioned it before, and I'm gonna obviously, the main reason I haven't touched it is, pardon me, fucking hell, is because that obviously every time I've thought about getting it, I thought to myself, if I fuck up and I lose my save, I have lost so many parts of content that I can't finish then, and that would make me, I would be more upset with a series that I couldn't finish than not getting a mod with really cool like images and visuals on it. Like, the game already looked goddamn beautiful itself for how old it is. I don't need it. Fucking hell, the game's really torturing me with these flipping shitty ass little flipping sirens. If I didn't know any better, I'd say the game fucking hates me. Actually, no, I will say it. I think the game fucking hates me. Get under, come on, there we go. Killing sirens, or these, like the Akihida. Killing them anywhere but underwater is technically just a waste of fucking time. Like, one shot underwater, why the hell would you do anything but kill them underwater? I mean, if you're gonna have to put up with them, deal with them in the best way possible. I don't care how long this part goes, we are getting to the last one of this part just so I can finish this piece of shit off. I say piece of shit, I don't mean that in the sense of I hate it, but in the sense of finally, it's fucking done. Like, I legit thought, right when I first said I was going to do this at the beginning of the campaign in White Orchard, when I did all of White Orchard before we carried on, I never expected to even get anywhere close to this amount of this done at all. Like, I was expecting a bit of it. I thought to myself, maybe I thought to myself before I got to Skellige, I was like, yeah, I can do this. The day I got to Skellige, I was like, fuck this. Like, I'm not, there's no way future me is going to do this. Apparently current me, who was future me to past me, is apparently going to hold true to his fucking word, and I'm going to get the last of the thing in Skellige. with over 500 encumbrance. That's a win, if ever I heard one. That is a fucking win. But yeah, I mean that was worth it. It's gonna feel also better when I get this last one. I wonder if there's like an achievement or anything for doing this. It'd be so much nicer if there was, because you know, then I'd have got it and I wouldn't have had to I wouldn't have to like, you know, worry about my videos being my only way of showing off this achievement. Not that I know anyone who would give a shit about how much effort I just wasted. I don't know why I say wasted. That sounds like I'm not proud of myself. It was definitely not wasted, but it was a pain in the ass. And I'm going to assume sirens. Oh, look at that. I'm fucking right. Straight under, and we'll start dealing with these cunts. Trying to come up behind me. Fuck you, sirens. There's one more back there. Yeah, so the first thing we need to do is once we get back to the thing is basically check through all of these at an armorer's to see what has dimeritium in it. And then take anything that has dimeritium in it. And looks like it doesn't give you an achievement. That is legitimately depressing. Let's just check. As far as I can see, every single sea thing has been done. I don't see a single one missed. I don't see a single fucking land thing missed either. So all I can say is fuck you, game. I want an achievement. So to end this part properly, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sail ourselves. We're not gonna end this part right here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get ourselves on this boat. And with our 540 encumbrance, we're going to go sail to Caertrolder. And we're going to end the part right here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And the next part, Geralt is going to have himself some fun by going to Tucson. I'll see you guys then.